Good evening. Welcome to our June regular board meeting. I'll call this meeting to order. Ms. Campbell will offer us a pledge of allegiance followed by a moment of silence, please.
Please stand.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda, please.
So moved.
Second.
Motion second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Item 3.1, approval of meeting minutes.
I move to approve the meeting minutes.
Second.
Motion and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item 4.1, ratification of expenses and payroll vouchers, tax credits, and activity accounts.
I just want to make note that all the student activity balances are in the positive for the end of the fiscal year.
I'll move to approve the expense and payroll vouchers, tax credits, and activity accounts as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Item 5.1, athletic handbook, first read. Mr. Hoffmeyer's not here. Superintendent.
He is with the football team in Payson at like 7-on-7 or a scrimmage of some kind. I wanted to just present this to you a month in advance. There's no action needed, but if there are feedback from either now or for the next 4 weeks, if you have feedback or questions, please send them to me. There's been a lot of work done on it to tighten up our policies and procedures. So again, if you have any feedback tonight, I'd be happy to take that, or for the next 4 weeks, if you have questions or feedback, please reach out to me.
Okay, thank you. 5.2, principal reports. Dr. Farnsworth.
Again, I just want to thank the principals that are here and for the hard work that they do leading a campus. In the last month, there were just a lot of activities, a flurry of activities, and just want to thank them for the reports and all the many activities that they do at their buildings to create community at Show Low. So thank you.
We'd like to thank them also.
Yes.
Item 5.3, superintendent report, please.
I tried to attend as many of the end of the year festivities as possible. I felt that the staff celebration on May 15th was a really great turnout. We did a breakfast this time. Special thank you to Jamie Ramsey for spearheading, leading all the donations, leading all the committees up to that point. I felt it was a good turnout. It was cooler, and cornhole tournament was great. Frank and I didn't pass the first round, but it was. I thought we had a great time. A high school graduation I thought went well. Great job to Mr. Marchin and his team, and just a lot of different activities. The last 2 days, I've been involved in some safety trainings put on by state. It's called the DEMA safety training. They've been here in Show Low all week, and I'm again thankful to a lot of our administrators that were in the trainings to get feedback from FEMA representatives, state representatives about what does good safety protocols look like in a school. I also was able to have a Zoom call with a partnership with Summit Healthcare and our FBI special agent up here in the White Mountains. And the focus of that presentation was educating parents about child sex predators on social media. And it's well done, a lot of important information about what's happening on social media. And so I'm probably going to put something together in August or September for parents to get educated, and our special agents from the FBI will do that presentation. And when that comes, I will extend the invitation to all of you. It was very well done, but it's also sobering of what's happening out there.
Will that be something you'll do at a board meeting, or will that be a separate meeting?
I could see us doing something in the auditorium and
Okay,
we
so you want-
advertise for it.
Gotcha.
And then he's agreed to come out and do the presentation and then do a Q&A. So it's about 60 minutes.
Would you include Summit in that also?
Yes, they're like in a partnership for that. So
And it'll be recorded, right? So it's something that we can
I think
future.
we talked to the special agent about that, about being recorded, and there's special privacy things that they're concerned about.
Sure.
And so it may not be recorded,
Okay.
but I don't know for sure. But I will ask that for sure.
If that's a really good point, because if it is able to be, it might be something that the city might want to video and make available on their,
The channel.
on the channel, yeah, on the TV.
I'll definitely work on seeing if the city can be there and seeing if it can be recorded. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's FBI property, and he was
Right,
very clear
right.
on some of those stipulations.
Yeah. If it was doable, that would be cool.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you. Item 5.4, strategic plan, first read.
So I wanted to bring back to the board, I've been talking about it, that we've had all these committees. You can see the rough draft. And I found a few errors that I was correcting today. Again, there's no action today, but I wanted you to have it. If you have feedback over the next 3 to 4 weeks, please reach out to me. And then I'll bring it back to the board for official approval in July.
Thank you. Item 6.1, certified personnel employment.
So just two quick teachers that we'd like to recommend for hire. We have Mr. Strickland, who's a math teacher. I believe he's coming out of Flagstaff Unified. And then also Miss Ashcraft, who's been over at Blue Ridge for a couple of years. She's going to be doing girls PE and also coaching for us.
I move to approve all certified personnel employment as presented.
I'll
Second?
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Item 6.2, classified transfers, resignations, terminations. Dr. Farnsworth.
Yeah, right now we just have 4 resignations, and you can see their letters there. And we are sad to see them go, but I think they're going on to different things for family circumstances. We wish them the very best, and we would ask that you would approve those resignations.
Make a motion to approve the classified transfers, resignations, termination actions as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. Classified personnel and employment. 6.3, right?
Yes, sir. Just a few openings that we've had across the district that we've hired for, and Medicaid billing specialist, human resource coordinator, and grounds tech. We're happy that we've found these individuals. We're sad to see the ones go, and ask that you would also renew those 2 individuals at the bottom, and also Ms. Larson as a certified substitute.
I move to approve the classified personnel employment actions as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.4, substitute placement chart.
So along with the placement charts that the board approved a couple of months ago, we also wanted to do a placement chart, which is very simple for the substitutes, which is pretty much just giving them a raise, which they haven't had in years. We're recommending that we increase the classified substitute, which they're currently at minimum wage, which minimum wage is going up, so we're just getting ahead of the game there. And then certified substitutes, retired certified substitutes, and long-term substitutes as presented.
Make a motion to approve the substitute placement chart as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. 6.5, summer activity stipends, Ms. Davis.
Okay, so this is, these are the stipends for the summer program for the camps, as well as the strength and conditioning program. So I ask that you approve these summer stipends as presented.
I move to approve the summer activity stipend as presented.
I'll second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.6, coaches stipend for FY 26-27, Ms. Davis.
Okay, so this is the annual coaches stipends for the whole year next year. Again, there's no increase except for wrestling. Mr. Hoffmeyer has asked that we break out the boys and girls wrestling, so he's asked for a bit of an increase there to make it even. And so we're asking that you approve the athletic stipends for the FY 26-27 school year with the addition of the girls wrestling.
I move to approve the coaches stipend schedule for FY 26-27.
I'll second.
I have a,
Do we have a girls wrestling coach just by himself or herself?
We will, yes.
We didn't last year.
We did. What happened last year is he took the coaching stipends that we had and split it so that the girls wrestling coach could have a stipend.
Got it.
so I have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? I just wanted to say yay, girls. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.7, longevity stipends, Ms. Davis.
So these are the longevity stipends for next fiscal year. If anybody moved up, they were given an additional increase. There are no new additions to this next year's longevity, so nobody's moved into to the longevity category for this next year. So I ask that you approve the longevity list.
I move to approve the longevity stipends as presented.
I'll second.
I also wanted to thank the staff members for sticking with us and being a part of our district, so thank you. Sorry, Stacy.
We agree. Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.8, comp time payout FY 25-26, Ms. Davis.
So at the end of every year, we have to pay out what comp time that was earned and hasn't been used. So at this time, this is just an estimate because we're not at the end of the year yet, but it needs to be approved because we have to pay it out at 6:30. It is a lot less than last year, which I'm grateful for. People have used it. So it's at $2,681.30 compared to the $3,301 that was last year. We also found that there was $1,000 worth of certified comp time that hasn't been paid out since fiscal year 22. So we paid those out this last pay period to get those off the books. So I ask that you approve the comp time to be paid out on June 30th of this fiscal year.
I move to pay out comp time payout FY 25-26
And 22.
and 22. Oh, and 22 as well.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.9, proposed budget 26-27, Ms. Davis.
All right. All right, so this year, before I start the budget, proposed budget presentation, I'd like to give a shout out to our food service program. Stephanie Joyner's the director, and Lisa Gerberry, she's our bookkeeper. And then, of course, the rest of the staff. They've been running the summer food program, which started 3 weeks ago, and it has just taken off. Last year, we ended the year at about 400 and some kids throughout the community. This year, they started at 488 students, or I keep saying students, the kids in the community. That was the first week. The second week, they served 749. And then yesterday, or actually to this morning, they served 841. So they are doing just a fabulous job of serving the community. And I gave her a goal today of reaching that 1,000. I have no doubt that she's going to reach that probably next week or the week after. So I just think it's a great service that we provide to the community and making sure that our students are fed over the summer. So it's a great program. We even had Round Valley started doing their summer program like we do it. It gives out 7 days worth of food. And he came out the first week to see how our program is run. So that's just a testament of how well we run ours, that another district wants to see how it's ran, so.
Can they pick it up at all the schools or only?
I'm sorry?
Pick it up at all the schools or only certain?
Yes. No, they can go to Blue Ridge or Snowflake.
But which schools on campus?
Oh, I'm sorry. They pick it up at the junior high, and it's like a drive-through. So they come, they write their names down, and they can pre-order too. So they can, they use the QR code and they fill in their name, how many kids they have, and then they just check it off and they pick up their food and open the back doors, and the staff puts the food in and off they go.
Wonderful.
So it's a great program. It runs real smoothly and they do a fabulous job. Very proud of our district for what we do for the community there.
Please thank them for us.
Absolutely, I'll do
I
that.
know a lot of coordination goes into getting that put together and getting everything ready, so please.
Yes, I will do that. Thank you, Ms. Boyer. All right, so the proposed budget. So keep in mind that this is the proposed. So a lot of it is estimated because, one, the legislature hasn't approved a budget yet. We don't have our full ADM, which doesn't finish until June. So we don't get those numbers till July. And that's one reason why we either do a revised budget in December or we wait till May. We've always done one in December because we really want to know how much money we have. I'm just like that. So a lot of districts don't. They just wait till May, but I want to know how much we have. So just know that this is proposed. They're really rough numbers, but they're good numbers. It's something we can really use for our budget. So FY27 budget variables. So our enrollment right now increased from 26 only by 9 students. So per pupil M&O funding, we are getting the 2% increase from the state. Even without a budget approved by the governor, we're still getting the 2%. The capital, which is the DAA funding, there is no increase by the state. There hasn't been in years, and we probably won't ever see one. The classroom site fund for the teachers, that increased from $842 per ADM to $883. Which it has gradually increased every year a great deal. So the teachers got an additional $2,000 in their base salary. So they went from $13,000 to $15,000 additional in their base salary, along with their regular salary. We received the FY24 and 25 forest fees this year, which came to $456,979. We have not received the FY26 yet, but we're expected to receive that early in FY27. And it should be about $240,000. I went to a Heinfeld and Meach conference today, and we will be continuing to get forest fees at least for the next 3 years. So again, I've typically used that money to purchase buses. So as long as nothing happens, that is the plan. But that's something that Dr. Farnsworth and I will always talk about and discuss. So that's good news. We thought we lost it, but we got it, and that's great because we need that money. M&O budget right now is at $23,053,000. 4.8 million estimated budget balance carry forward, which is a reduction of $658,000 from prior year. So it currently says that Prop 123 is not continuing next year, and the free and reduced and DAA is not continuing. We just found out today that they are both continuing this year.
Good.
Yay. We never know at this time of year until right as the budget, the governor approves the budget. Now, no, she hasn't, but they have told us that we are getting these funds. So as you can see, that's about $166,000, $146,000. That's a great deal of money for us. So I'm pleased that we're getting that. The capital budget is $3.1 million. 1.7 million is an estimated budget balance carry forward, which is reduced by 1.2 from prior year. That reduction is due to the grinder pump at Linden and the HVAC at Linden. So that was a pretty much a $1.2 million bill. So that's why there's a big reduction there. Let's talk about the grants. Not a lot of good news there either. So I wanted to keep it going with showing you all the years. So we started with 25, 26, and 27. But I wanted the difference that you saw was between 26 and 27. So you can see that we are going to see about a reduction of $154,000 between 26 and 27. A lot of that was from the Title I, Title II, and Title IV grants and the rural low income. We did have to eliminate a position from that, but it was one. So, and we did not take that out of the classroom. So this is what we're seeing. We don't know if we'll see any more reductions. None of our grants have been fully approved yet. So we just have to wait and see. Dr. Farnsworth, did you want to elaborate on any of this?
Yeah, thank you. I got some information the other day from some of the national publications that I subscribe to. And so all these many of these come from the federal government. And so President Trump, in his budget to Congress for these Title I grants and Title II, there are going to be significant reductions that he's proposing in the federal level. So there's a big push right now among superintendents across the country to send in letters to just plead our case that this is just going to be a negative impact on students by reducing Title I's and other grants. But that's the proposed budget from the Trump administration that they're proposing over the next several years to have some pretty significant cuts. It's not finalized yet. It has to go through Congress, but what they're proposing is pretty stiff cuts.
The Direct Student Service Grant and the AED grant, those are both competitive grants. I know Jamie has submitted the Direct Student Service Grant again for this year, but we won't know for a while if we're going to get that. The state grants, so that's the CTE State Priority Grant and the School Safety Program. So not a bunch changed there. Actually, we're in the positive 490. But we still don't know fully on the school safety program if we're going to get that full amount until the Board of Education meets in June. So fingers crossed, because that's the one that pays for our SROs and our counselors.
So we've got some preliminary information that we're getting more SROs funded. There still is a vacancy at Nicholas for a counselor that I've talked with Shaylee that we feel that we need to have a counselor at Nicholas, and so we're going to fund that out of M&O because it's that important. But we think we're in a good position that we're back up to the status quo of having 4 SROs, but we won't know until the money is allocated from the state, and that hasn't happened yet.
Did you have a question, Paul?
I thought I heard earlier that we weren't going to get the money that we thought we were going to get.
So initially, there's been like 2 rounds of funding for the school safety grant. In round 1, we got funded 1 SRO when we currently have 4. And we currently have 3 counselors paid out of the grant, and they only funded 2. The latest information that I've received is that we're going to be back up to 4 SROs, but the counselor at Nicholas was not projected to be funded in this new round. So we're going to come out of M&O with that money. But again, this is all pending legislature approval and allocation of funds.
Gotcha.
All right, so recommended new expenditures, so compensation and benefit increases. So we did the placement chart increases, which we're working on now. So some of this is, a lot of this is estimated, which we talked about before. The admin placement chart increases, which again includes the compensation and the benefits, is about 61,000. Related service provider placement chart increases is 8,000. Classified placement chart increases is 98,000. And then the 1% increase for all employees is about 137,000. And then classified staff minimum wage increase should be about $15.45, but that will come out in August. So we won't make any changes until then. I got that information today from Heinfeld and Meach. So we'll wait till August before we do that increase. And then the minimum wage only affects event workers and substitute parapros. So again, we don't even have sporting events till mid to late August anyway, so we won't have an issue there. Also, the decrease in health insurance premiums is about 4%, so that helps. And then the increase in classroom site fund base pay to teachers and counselors, the 2,000 per one FTE is about $365,000. We have a big budget there, so as we talked about before, they will continue to get that additional $2,000 every year to increase their base pay, which again makes us marketable for teachers, which is a great thing for us to do. So recommended new expenditures, again, utilities increase every year about 8 to 10%. Possible purchases of 2 new buses, new computer ecosystem and framework for educational technology. So this is a project that Mr. Klug is working on, which will cost about $330,000 to help the teachers in the classroom. Mobile hardware for the incident command will be about $33,000. So this is for the safety of the schools and that whole project, and then just any various capital expenses for technology, facilities, and whatever's needed in the classroom. Any questions or discussion?
Will there be a presentation on the technology requests and the framework that's going to cost approximately $300,000
We can
for
do
us?
Would you like,
Would be nice,
do you
because
want that at the work session, or do you want that at the
Fine.
board meeting?
whichever, I just think that
I think that's a good idea.
before we outlay $300,000, we should kind of know what we're getting.
Okay.
Yeah, and if it's something we, prioritize. So, yeah.
Any other questions?
I'll make a motion to approve the proposed fiscal year 2026, 2027 budget as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.1,
Sorry, may I just add one thing?
oh, we're past, sorry.
We will bring this back in July to adopt this same exact budget. So the adopted budget will be in July's board.
Will you have any specific updates by then?
No, we can't change anything.
Okay.
We will have our hearing
Yeah,
for the board meeting for it, but I won't do the presentation again.
It's a little better than we thought, though.
It is a little bit better,
But we'll also do a revised budget in December.
correct.
So any changes that come in after that, we'll do a revised budget in December.
Yep.
okay.
Because that will also have the true carry forward, because we'll have done the AFR, the annual financial report.
Perfect.
Thank you, sorry.
No worries. 6.10 cooperative agreement FY 26-27, Ms. Davis. This is the Ms. Davis show the rest of the day, huh?
Yes.
Holy cow.
All right, so we do this every year. We bring to you, oh no, this one is just a list of the cooperatives that we use. So you have to approve us using the different cooperative contracts, so Mojave, 1GPA, SAVE, just TCPN. So this is you just allowing us to use the different cooperatives throughout the 26-27 school year.
These are annual contracts.
Yes.
I move to approve the cooperative agreements FY 26-27.
I second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 6.11, undiff leave payout, 25-26. Ms. Davis.
Okay, so this is with the new policy leave. We have to, part of that new policy leave is anything over the 73 days. If anybody has that, we have to pay them out at 25% of their daily rate. And so we are doing that. We have already paid out the certified and the 10 and 11-month staff today. So that came to $5,900. And then at the end of the fiscal year at 6/30, we'll pay out the 12-month and admin staff. So estimated 12-month is about $6,000, and estimated admin staff is $5,000. So I ask that you approve these payouts.
I'll move to approve the payout of the undiff time for fiscal year 26 as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.12, cooperative purchasing, 26-27, Shaylee.
So along with what we just did a few minutes ago, these are the vendors that are under those cooperative agreements that we will be purchasing over 100,000. We already know we're going to go over the 100,000, so we go ahead and approve those. And so you had the list of those vendors that we use are in the packet. And so I ask that you approve the vendors that are listed in there to use for 26-27. They are our standard ones that we use every year.
I move to approve the fiscal year 26-27 cooperative agreements as presented.
I second.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 6.13, sole source vendor, Ms. Davis.
Currently, we have one sole source to bring to you, and that's C&M Communications. They are the ones that handle our radios, and they are the only one on the mountain that can handle our radios, and so we bring this one to you every year, and we need it for the beginning of the fiscal year. So I ask that you approve C&M Communications as a sole source vendor.
I'll make a motion to approve the sole source vendors as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. 6.14, designate student activity treasurer, Ms. Davis.
Every year, you have to designate the student activity treasurer, which the student activity treasurer is myself, and assistant student activity treasurer is Charlotte Cosgray and Jamie Ramsey. So I ask that you approve the student activity treasurers.
So good of you. Thank you for doing that.
So much fun.
Is it? Okay, good. Glad you enjoy it. I move to appoint Shaylee Davis as the student activities treasurer and Charlotte Cosgray and Jamie Ramsey as assistant student activity treasurers as presented.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion passes. 6.15, maintenance balance for M&O revolving account, Ms. Davis.
All right, so part of our audit findings was our M&O revolving bank account had too much money in it, and we didn't have a designated balance in it. So I talked to the auditors. They recommended that we have a $5,000 limit in it, and that I bring to the board that you approve that we have a $5,000 limit in there. I recommended it be less, but they said 5. So we can't use this account for anything. It's very limited what we can use it for. So I really just am recommending that you approve that this account have no more than $5,000 in it.
I move to maintain a balance of $5,000 for our M&O revolving account as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.16, general stipend schedule FY 26-27. Shaylee.
All right, so we're bringing to you the 26-27 general stipend. There's not a lot of changes. We're adding 3 additional stipends, mostly for SPED, so the extended school year SPED stipend, which is summer school for SPED, the medical homebound services for SPED, and writing IEPs off contract. And then also requested by Mr. Hoffmeyer to increase the certified athletic trainer. And he's written his justification for that, and Dr. Farnsworth and I agree with it. So that will increase it to $24,000 a year. I know he's looking at that and going to be interviewing for athletic trainers for this next school year. So we have a highly qualified person for that. So I ask that you,
Talking trainers for high school and junior high,
yeah, it'd be for the whole district, yeah, for all sports,
wherever needed.
yeah. So I ask that you approve the general stipends. Again, there were no other increases to the general stipends. So I ask that you approve the general stipends.
Make a motion to approve the general stipend schedule for FY 26-27 as presented.
I'll second.
And motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. 6.17, student fee schedule. Ms. Davis.
Okay, so again, the student fee schedule has to come to the board every year. We have one addition this year, and that is to add art course fees for $15 per year, per course for art. So I ask that you approve this.
I move to approve the student fee schedules as presented for the 26-27 school year.
A second?
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. 6.18, the trust workers' comp insurance renewal. Shaylee.
Okay, so last month you did the liability insurance. You approved the liability insurance. This month, they didn't have the workers' comp ready, so this month they have the workers' comp. Workers' comp actually went down 1.02%, which is great. Love to see reductions. So I ask that you approve the workers' comp for the 26-27 school year.
I move to approve the trust liability and auto insurance renewal as presented.
I'll second.
It's workers' comp, I'm sorry.
I was reading that above, I'm sorry. Workman's comp insurance for the fiscal year 26-27 school year.
Still second.
Great. Thank you, Stacy.
Motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you. 6.19, school properties disposal. Ms. Davis.
All right, so this is the disposal. So we have a CTE, we have a printer, MacBook, and 5 3D printers and a lathe that no longer work. And then the next one is transportation. So Katie, our finance specialist who handles all our capital assets, is currently working with Heinfeld and Meach to do our physical inventory, which is done every 2 years. And part of that is checking our vehicle inventory. And we found that during the last physical inventory, we did not check all our vehicles. So we missed a bunch of vehicles. So she did a really good job of actually going out to the bus barn and checking every single vehicle. So unfortunately, she found several vehicles that we had never disposed of from the prior physical inventory. So you see there was a lot of vehicles.
And we clean house.
Yep, we cleaned house on the vehicles. So thank you, Katie, for all that hard work she did. But this is the list of all the vehicles that we needed to dispose of. We have not had them on our insurance for the last 2 years, but they had been there previously. So we are not paying for insurance on them. They just had not been taken off our asset list. So I ask that you approve the disposals as presented.
I move to approve all school property items for disposition as presented.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.20, gifts and donations.
So we have the gifts and donations. So we have from grounds, the Pine Top Lake Country Club donated a mower. So thank you. The district, so we want to recognize all the vendors that provided all the gifts for our year-end staff celebration prizes, which the list is in the attachments. Whipple from the Questionables crew and the Elks Riders got lots of school supplies, $324 worth. For the high school, Darby Shumway gave a bunch of art supplies, $2,500 worth, and MJ Hideaway Bar and Grill gave classroom supplies to culinary arts of $200.
Make a motion to approve the gifts and donations as presented.
I'll second.
Offer a big thank you.
I second that, thank you.
I have a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Thank you all so much for what you do for our school district and your generous donations. 6.21, food service bad debt write-offs. Ms. Davis.
Okay, so at the end of every year, we have to write off any debt that hasn't been paid from the seniors. After this year, I've had discussions with Stephanie and Lisa about how we can do a better job of getting these paid. So they are going to work with Mr. Marchant on how to do that, be part of the seniors going around and paying off their debts and making the cafeteria a part of that. So they're gonna do a much better job of getting these paid off because we can't keep writing off all this debt. So I ask that you approve the write-off of these debt for the seniors.
I move to approve the,
Go ahead.
oh, I'm sorry, Paul. I
ahead.
move to approve the food service bad debt write-offs as presented.
Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. 6.22, SPED, Special Services Contract. Mrs. Marsh, your name's on this.
This is pretty standard. So you'll see it's like, what, 28 pages long of all the contracted services that we need to offer throughout the course of the year. And so you can see through the attachments, their proposal, their rates, what they do. And so we're asking that the board would approve these contracts and services so we can provide them to our students for this coming school year.
Not a lot of changes from last year.
I don't know of any specific change. It's pretty standard that we don't have these specialities, so we contract with the county and other specific providers. I don't know if, Ms. Marsh, if you have any additional comments. Did I say it correctly?
No, one new virtual provider for OT, but everyone else is repeat
Yeah.
contractors.
Make a motion to approve the SPED special contracts for FY 26-27 as presented.
I'll second.
Motion and a second. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Motion passes. Any future agenda items? 6.23. Anybody have anything they need to? Okay, give me a buzz if you want to, or Dr. Farnsworth.
Do we have, excuse me, Mr. Larson,
Nope, no worries.
on the athletic handbook, is this our copy to go study, or can we get something that's bound, or it hadn't been approved, obviously?
It's not been approved. If you would like us to bind it, but that is your copy, we can totally get you a bound copy if that's would be easier.
Thank you.
Okay. And just a reminder, we have a work session for June 22nd. That's a Monday.
That's a Monday, correct?
That is correct.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Okay, at this point, I'll entertain a motion to move into executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor? Aye. We expect you all to be here when we come out?
I wouldn't be.